Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we are going to look at some of the really tried and tested tips to respond to people in a smart and confident way who are always rude or insulting to you. So let's get started with the video. So in this video I am going to share 3 tips of how to handle rude and insulting people, with a bonus tip wherein you will be able to understand how to implement these 3 tips in your head, in your subconscious mind. And so before we even start with the video, let's understand why a person is rude to you. So being rude is not something which is somebody's nature. What I believe in, a person is generally rude or insulting to you if they feel your image to be lower than their image, or you are a person who won't respond, or you are a person who cannot take any action against them if they are being mean to you. And that is what we need to stop at once. We really need to start responding to people in a smart, polite, diplomatic and calm way. Instead of getting into fight, just letting the volcano build up. Better to mellow down people then and there when they actually need to, rather than going back home and thinking about it and feeling bad about it. Also, before we start with the video, there is one major thing that we need to keep in our mind. That is, when a person is rude to you, that doesn't mean that you are somebody who is a little lower than that person, or you are doing something wrong, or your image is not that great as compared to that person. A person who is rude or insulting to you is a bad person, clearly. So it has nothing to do with the hierarchy at your workplace, or hierarchy in your family, or hierarchy wherever you are. It has nothing to do with the hierarchy, but it has everything to do with that person's basic nature, or what that person actually thinks about you. So moving to the first tip, that is, when a person is being a little harsh with you, or answering you in a sabotaging way, or answering you in a taunting way, a simple smile, a simple sarcastic smile with a polite thank you is something I would recommend. Now, why? Your agitation is something which shows that person that you are getting affected. But if you reply in a polite and calm way, maintaining your poised attitude and your calm diplomatic attitude, it is nothing but a big killer for that person's intentions. So moving on to the second tip. Now, this second tip, you might not be able to spontaneously talk about it, but you need to practice this. Because trust me, I'll tell you one incident of my life. I had recently joined my first job, and there was a person I really admired, I really admired the way she spoke, the way she handled scenario. She was, of course, quite a lot experienced. I was a raw chap in the room, and I was in general a timid and a shy person. So I gathered all my courage to walk up to that person and really appreciate that I really look up to you and I'm getting to learn so much from you. But the moment I said that, of course, I was fumbling in my mouth because I was not able to throw the words clearly to that person. The person just responded extremely rude. What do you want? Might be for that person it was not something which was rude, but trust me, I felt very, very, very bad about it. And from that day, I stopped admiring that person. So remember, when you're rude to somebody, even subconsciously or just out of a reflex action, you end up losing that respect. Superiority is not equivalent to being rude, and that should be clear in our head. So the best way to answer to a person who has been really mean to you, or who has replied to you in a mean way or a demeaning way, is I would really appreciate if you can tone down the way you are speaking to me, because that is not something I will be able to accept. I think this line is a game changer for you when handling such people. So I'm going to put down these sentences in the description and comment section below, so do check them out. But yes, this is one simple sentence which you might need to practice a little bit, but it should be spoken with a lot of confidence and a lot of diplomacy. Also remember, confidence is not something that will come to you from day one. So a simple trick is fake it till you make it. That's the simple trick that I would recommend. But moving on to tip number 3 is something when you are into a deep conversation and the other person is really getting on your nerves. They are not speaking appropriately to you, or they are not using the right language that is actually sabotaging your image or making you feel insulted or bad about things. So this is specifically applicable to a conversation. So one of the biggest thing is to stop it right there. Please stop such conversation, end it. There is no point of discussing with people who are not able to understand your perspective, who are not open-minded enough to understand what you are saying or accept or listen to others' perspective. So the simple strategy is simply ending the conversation there and not taking it forward anymore. And the best way to stop it is by saying this sentence. I would really appreciate if you would tone down a little and speak a little softly with me. But anyways, I think there is no point in taking this conversation forward, and I really respect your perspective, but I do not agree. So let's stop the conversation here. Now moving to the bonus tip. Now the bonus tip over here is we have to accept that if a person is rude to you or insulting to you, it is not your fault. It is the fault with that particular person, and nobody in the world has any right to be rude to you. Of course, there will be differences of opinions, there will be different perspectives, there will be a lot of discussion going on and a lot of disagreement going on. So you should be in a relationship with any person, be it your boss, be it your colleague, be it your friend, be it your family members, to accept this fact that there will be a point where you will agree to disagree. So nobody in the world has any right to be insulting. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Stay tuned to this channel for more such videos. Signing off for the day. Karishma here. Bye bye. Take care.